December 28th, 10 or 9 minutes to 10. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Von Karma believes to have the perfect record, but we've dragged it out this long. Today, things are going to get settled. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Damn. We're still full of static. Anyhow, today's the last day for the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Yeah, well, I don't think he can smile. No, actually that's not true. He can smile, only when he's being overconfident in the trial. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. I suppose so. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. And we got more static shocks. Okay, Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. No, I'm not perfect at science, but wasn't just being grounded enough to... No, never mind, because you're grounded when you get struck. Yeah. Try not to electrocute on anybody on your way out. I'm not gonna lie, me as a child, I would touch everybody trying to give them electric shocks. Whoa, yeah, pal. You can tell who that is. Only one person says pal. What's getting into that girl? Electricity. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Have you slept? I mean, your eyes look the same as normal, but the actual pupils look different somehow. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock, I got on the way and I feel pretty good. Fair enough. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why else would he run? Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? That's a valid question. Okay. He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December, still the same day. Don't know why I'm reading that out. Just 10 minutes later. 9 minutes specifically, if you want to be specific. We were in lobby 2, and now we're in courtroom 3. Okay. Court's now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Say it. Say it, old man. You know you have to. We've been beating you this far. The prosecution is ready. Oh. That felt good. Right, very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit divisive evidence. But does he? I don't think he does. He thinks he does. Understood. Come on. Don't be awed into silence every time he says... What? Every little thing he says. Well, it's more so that he's doing as told. He's not being aggressive and barking orders at the judge, right? Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I mean, of course, they're going to deny it, so why would they confirm it? I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring in the witness into the courtroom. Hello again. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Well, that's what we're here to prove. Witness. Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. Okay, why did you object to it then? I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Uh-huh. Okay. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday. Like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. What a perfect excuse. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. But you do have a motive. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Cool. What's my evidence? Metal detector, nope. Nothing that mentions... Okay. Air oxidation, yep, no clues. Victim data. The weapon was fired twice. One bullet was found in the heart. Yanni Yogi. That's the only thing I know that mentions him. Fair enough. Cool. Press and present. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Cool. Then he will be able to defend himself, not you. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Kama and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. It is so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking. If I sit quietly, Edgeworth will be guilty in 3 minutes. Okay. Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Kama. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Feel sorry for you, man. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having a memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then please show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove that he's what's going on in that old gorgeous head? That's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue. Cool. I got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness memory in the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both these statements are lies. Order. Order. Mr. Wright. There's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who is this witness is? Or you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh ho. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. Even the judge knows about this? Okay. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. Fair enough, but... well, fair enough. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? Valid question. This is a court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can prove he's Yogi right here, right now. I would assume it's a matter of the case file. Right. I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are we going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints in the file of Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. The question would be how? Because that's awfully convenient for them. What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I had my fingers working with the stuff, yep. What? Seems very convenient that you remember that. Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingers to hide your pants. Yeah, seems that way. Well, the witness has no fingerprints. I guess we'll be able to prove his... We won't be able to prove his... We will not be able to prove. That's what it actually says, word for word. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what did you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no. Can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you doing? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a comic little comic relief. Profiles. Sure, why not? Alright. Yeah, very funny. You're so winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. Parrot does know more stuff, so... like... What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Commas up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Comma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Comma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Comma. I have the right to do as you suggested. Okay, then. Is that a true right we have? Right as in with the R, not the W? Because, like, it's just a matter of... yeah. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through this and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through this still, yeah, why not? Yeah. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Comma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. But Polly's not a person. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Would the parrot not just be at the shack still? Hi, Polly. That's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. Oh, not an animal person. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who's your honor? Please testify to us. Who's your honor? Hello, hello. Cool. Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Fair enough. Very well, beginning cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do? What are you doing, Nick? I don't know. What do we do? Cool. Who's your honor? Alright, so... answers to the name, Polly. Right? The witness's statement is clearly false, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but... damn. I wasn't supposed to do that? Wrong track. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. What do you testify? You talk to her. Right. What do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. If I can get Polly to say that here, it'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. Something we forgot. It's not working. She won't say it. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Comma expected this. How could he retrain the parrot? Could he... Did he train her not to respond when he asked something we've forgotten, if anything? Well, I guess we should try some, get some information out of her. We need to show the judge. Okay. Witness. Right. What should I say? What's the safe number? The safe why? Let's just try and say that thing. Okay, Polly. What's the number in the safe of the shack? Okay. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming the numbers has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had to say it. Ridiculous. 1228. I might have just screwed myself over. Cool. $12.28. $12.28. Don't know. Anyway, how can the number tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What costs possibly link us to the Nope. 12/28 is the date. It's the date.
Take that!
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with this case? Mr. Wright? Where in the file do you find something, the case summary? On the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date in which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 20... yeah, 12/26... 12/28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. Dun dun dun! And the number of that safe is 12/28. Ah. Use the date of the DL6 incident as a number to a safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. That is true. You could write it off as a coincidence. People often set their secret numbers to dates.
Objection!
But this is not tangible proof. I have to agree with Von Karma on this one. I set my ATM card's number at 2001 because I'm number one. Well, now everyone knows it, so... This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Although it is a little weak for evidence of the trial of murder, or a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just find one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue.
Hold it!
Witness, speak to me. Frankly, I cannot believe you're speaking to a parrot. Well, guess we try to get that information. Well, the last one left is... The last thing left would be... Are we not? Well... Would be what's my name? Or what's your name? Cool. What's your name? Yeah, we should get a name. Polly. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Mr. Wright. I think we established something, there's something, memory loss, oxygen. Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh, damn. That is a sad thing. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove the owner's her identity, and show us proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? It's sad, but it's a thing. Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. To prove the parrot's name revealed the caretaker's identity is... this again. Case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which pages is the proof on then? It's on the suspect list. Sure, so stop wasting time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file is the information connected to the parrot's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? I see, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That is... sad. That makes it more understandable why he would want revenge. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a pet dog she calls Phoenix. Well, that is, well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? What? Well, I mean, are you trying to get us together? How old is she, for a start? She's only 7 years old. That's a good point. Yeah. That is... Why are you setting your 7-year-old up? That's kind of creepy, Mr. Von Karma. Should we put you on trial after we get this sorted? That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Saying that you're an idiot. Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Or shall we call you Yanni Yogi? Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. He can stand up. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. That is a commitment. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name and for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order. Order. Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Rob Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. Case closed. Miles is innocent. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me that it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, this year, 15 years later, okay, never mind, that's just a weird way of phrasing it, that's all. Package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to get my revenge on the people who ruined my life. Okay, how did Miles Edgeworth, he was what, 8 at the time? How did he ruin your life? I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. He was a child. Robert Hammond makes sense, right? No one's disputing that. But Miles Edgeworth, I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well, Miles is innocent. Job done. Call it, Judge. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Well, that's not our job. That's the detective's job. We solved the mystery. Innocent. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass the judgment of the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Easy. Miles, if you object, I swear to God. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Objection!
Oh, of course you did. Did someone just say objection? That wasn't Von Karma. Yeah, you could tell by the smirk in his face. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Phoenix, give him a slap. 2 slaps, one on each cheek. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Cool. Well, guess what? We object to your objection. You're not defendant or prosecution at this moment. You're a witness. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. Shut up. As you've heard, Yanni Yogi had killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's trying to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them that he's the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? You know what? He wants to claim he did it. We hear him out. He tells us how he did it, and then we point out the fact that he couldn't have done it. He was an 8-year-old child. No. I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This isn't his problem now. For 15 years, I've had the recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't a suicide either. Everything was clear. It was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Please tell us how. Your Honor, I confess to my guilt. I'm guilty for the DL6, the statute of limitation which ends of today. The culprit is me. Order. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is just confessing to a different crime. A crime which the statute of limitation end runs out today. Thanks for the recap, Judge. I'm not sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime for 15 years ago. I think it would take... Well, I would like to take a 15-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. The court is adjourned. Okay, now we grab Edgeworth by his collar and shake him furiously. What is he trying to do? We just got him declared innocent. I'm sorry, Wright. You better be. I just wasted all your effort. Yes, you did. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. The nightmare for 15 years? That's punishment enough. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Where have I heard that one before? Wolfgang. Self-defense? This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What? What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted. Yeah, he's an idiot. Don't listen to him. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? Yes, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. That's what I said. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning, after we just declared you innocent. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Also, these two are childhood friends. Why aren't they calling them by first names? Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. Or cross-examining. Statute of limitations on DL6 runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Are you saying you have not run it by the book before? Are you admitting to falsify and cheating through court? I see. Did the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Props to him having the foresight. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Is it the fact that the glass has a bullet hole in it? Because it was fired twice, so even if, like, say he threw the gun and shot his father, where did the second bullet go to make the bullet hole? And if he missed and the bullet hole went through the glass, I mean, someone else killed your father, so... Unless you're saying you threw the gun twice. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fight. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. Well, sucks to be you because the gun was fired twice. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. However, that has been consistent with the same claims made 15 years ago, correct? Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Cool. What was the trial your father was involved in that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you are handling that case. It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Yanni Yogi. I wanted to stop them from fighting. Did you know that it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Yanayogi? I was, in a daze.
Hold it!
The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. A single gunshot. And the murder weapon was fired twice. Sorry to tell you this.
Objection!
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure that. I heard the shot and the scream, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at the file one more time. This plainly contradicts what, the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us the page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. Look at the victim data in the file. It is quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. He thinks he's so slick, but he is not slick. Miles Edgeworth only had one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shots? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred over 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. Is this not the... Murder weapon. Victim's body. Both bullets. See, your point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of the shots fired by the defendant boy. A boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the shot was fired had something to do with the case? I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we do. I didn't think that. I don't have proof. As I suspected. Given that all this has happened 15 years ago, it's doubtful any proof remains. Nick, take a look at this. Court record? Look. Doesn't this make you think? Oh, she's right. That is strange. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. Oh, okay, never mind. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Fancoma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Okay, is it the image because it's got the bullet hole? Yes, that's the wrong picture. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proved the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me guess this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Well, it would be the bullet hole.
Take that!
That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by the shot from the pistol. Yet, there was also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired a second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after firing after he heard the shot he fired out. Or shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright. But who else could that someone be? The murderer, of course. I mean, there's no indication that the bullet landed anywhere else besides the body or outside the elevator, so... I knew you should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. Okay. Yes, the second bullet has never been found. Well, because then it wouldn't have been on the scene, would it? It would have been outside the elevator. Because the second bullet does not exist. Well, I claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one that was fired by his son. That is the truth of the matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet a hole. Something other than a bullet made a bullet hole, then it's just a hole. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven once that things to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Van Connor says, the second bullet was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have to, is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk tisk tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom on this matter. How does this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are nothing. Are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who had fired the killing shot. But now... I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case had stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found on the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Mr. Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations of the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but mine's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Because if it was fired, it would not be inside the elevator. So I think I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Tisk tisk tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems Whitting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? We've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really ungrasping here. It's just someone else took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. What? Who? But who, sorry. The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who the murderer is. The murderer. I'm still thinking about that one. I like how it's like... Oh, this criminal did it? Oh, then you already know who it is. Who's the murderer? It's like, oh, I don't know who was there at the time. Phoenix was a 9-year-old. The criminal took the second bullet. Why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not that easy. Just find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing needing for the murderer? What? Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? Yeah. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene was them. The bullet would be proof. The murderer was cautious. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. And well, if that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two bullet shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I won't have to penalize you. Okay, then. Damn. This is going well. Didn't need it. Why'd the murderer have to spend the time looking for the stray bullet? Now we've got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer has no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer... What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Go crazy. Go stupid. Don't think why the bullet was taken, but think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what's doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to? Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Well, maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? And everyone thinks you're stupid. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. But what if that really is what happened? Let me get it straight. At the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people were rescued from the elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. This pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you're saying. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with this incident was wounded. There was no murderer. So you admit that Miles is innocent? Good. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossbeck said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite the shock from Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for that man. That was the first time... What? That was the first and the last vacation he has taken his many years of prosecuting. What if Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but he took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. That is very grasping at straws, but it's hilarious if we are wrong and we're just sending him, just like, I don't care about this guy, send him to jail. Who's the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth? It was Karma. Oh man, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you haven't indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? There's no way to prove it. How do we prove it was him? No, I'm gonna save it for later. Wait, I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright? Something the matter? I'm fine, Your Honor. Tisk. Shall we carry on with the trial then? That said, we have no further to go. All that's left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Oh, yes. Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from outside was the murderer. Yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course. Nick, now's not the time to be holding up on the trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright. I may not know what I'm doing, but here it goes. Your Honor. There is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Oh, my hands are shaking. The what? Karma. Karma? Oh, you're just smiling about it. You mean the Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on your perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Ah, we didn't say that. You did. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where'd I go under the knife, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick? Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't go under the surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. Hypothetically, if you just let the thing heal, would the bullet still be inside his body? Shall we use the metal detector that we have in the evidence? So what, Nick? Did Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet's still inside. The bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence that I... Sure. Alright, Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence to... Okay. What? The evidence that proves Karma was shot. is the metal detector.
Take that!
Mr. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving evidence trail. So then I ask, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's a possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. I would like to use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, are you going to run this over? I'm going to run this over you, see what we find. And he's sweating. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for the suspension of this trial. This is invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations for this case today. It was you who said we had to do it, and right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to the testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. But we know... But we now give it a shot. It reacted. Something is in his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet has no relation to the DL6. Ballistic markings, right? If you take a surgery, we can... Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. Yes, you do. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Fair enough. What do we do? Still bears about clear ballistic markings. Yeah, we'll just take it out and check the ballistic markings. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that, the bullet... Yeah. Of course you can't. You don't have any evidence. Yeah, we can. That's because you took it out of the records room. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's... Sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought that you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet to the shoulder of the one of the L6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? It's a bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. Gregory. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, and with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of the weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that the bullet was fired from the same gun, the very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Oh, he's just screaming. Wrong! That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Flashback. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. And he's... It's that scream that I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma. It was you who screamed. Fair enough. Mr. Von Karma? Wrong! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Then why did you take him under your wing? Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left me a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Oh, I didn't see the last of it. I was too distracted by him slamming his head. 15 years earlier? Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. On Karma. It's not like you to take this to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered here without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then, there was this noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator doors opened before my eyes. And he just happened to be left-handed. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol was laying at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Almost got away with it. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who shot him, so he told the wrong information to the psychic. Later, he spoke to a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come in to open up... What? Who would have thought another man would come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. And as you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Don't you object again? Better not. He yells objection one more time. That is all. The court is adjourned. Damn, 5 in the afternoon. Nick, we did it. Do you see his face? Von Karma looks even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. Gotta say I'm impressed. It was perfect. It was pretty close, though. I was sure he'd... I was sure we had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try, thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done it better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. He's trying. Props to him, he's trying. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like that. Just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take lessons from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Yeah, that's fair. Don't worry. It takes time. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. You're great in there. Thanks. You, Edgeworth. Congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. And yet you tried to get him guilty. Just look at you. You wouldn't just stick your hand in the cookie jar, even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? It's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Larry? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Deja vu. Where's the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm no longer for this world. Deja vu. Aw, you don't look sick. It's Camps. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yep. Oh, Edgy. There you are. Oh, yes. Here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When she's treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah. What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Oh, yeah. That's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? That's a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Edgeworth in school? Of course it is. What a coincidence. Larry, 38, no. Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent from the day of school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Beat the crap out of him. I don't care for getting arrested for assault. Oh, Larry. Edgeworth. You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Yes. Phoenix knows. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth. Huh? You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. Don't get snarky with us. You're out of prison because of us. There you have it. There's going to be a crime soon. Where does that leave me? Became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Shots fired. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death. The death sentence of the both of you. Yep. And if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I'd killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Let's give it a try, yeah, maybe. Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. After that, dinner's on me. Okay. Detective Gumshoe took us on the out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What? Then what's the point of going out? Cool. It's 5 in the morning. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. And that's all we get? What time is it? Yeah, why are you leaving? First train into the mountains is already left. To the station. But, like, I'm saying, like, isn't there a whole episode after this? I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick. Maya. So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Only if you don't do any more murders.
Hold it!
Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial. I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. That's not true. You were in the first one, or was it the second one? But you were the one who stopped on karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that helped you. Or that you helped. Evidence? It's the bullet, right? She's the one who pulled out the bullet.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself, you're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. That is a weird train sound. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Okay, nice. So she'll be back when... That's a nice image. So she'll be back when... Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. That's right. Perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Ooh. The end. After only 4 chapters? Or 4 episodes? Hey, pal. Miss Edgeworth came down to the precinct and to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low, kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Yeah, sounds like him. Stranger. Huh? Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at the tea shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly... Oh, damn. She's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Weird how all your girlfriends are in different countries. Or dads. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Thank you, tutorial guy. Phoenix Wright? Yeah, the defense attorney whom I wrote the advocate for. Yes. Oh, you should know that I've taken over management of the great... Oh, okay. Him as the manager. Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Mia's understudy. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth the scent of lemon. Yeah, okay. How does... What? What's this man with lemons? Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? No, of course he's not. I'm not buying it. You can't hear him start. Well, never mind. Oh, he started too fast. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I still owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Keeping my face out of the public and eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want him to ruin any kid's dreams now, you know? Well, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught the cold standing under a waterfall. Typical. I wanted to visit her, but I don't have time. I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is, what kind of place she's living in, and what. Anyway. Apparently a mountain. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Okay, alright, but, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. Kind of shocked for a boy of my tender age. Really? Really? That's weird. I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, I remember Ryan, the lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know the picture I took for everyone? Of everyone? Well, it was a ghost, for real. New talent would be famous. Cool. Ah, it's a shame. Oh, he's smiling. Look at Edgeworth smiling. That's nice. But yeah, Mia being there just as ghosts. I knew there was a fourth one. The fifth one, I can count. Well, if you've enjoyed, I'll see you for the 5th and final episode of Ace Attorney. With that, goodbye.